won't you join me by the fireside? I have cookies. I don't. No, but wait. I do have marshmallows. Which, thankfully, you remembered to take out of the cupboard before we left. Which I'm super grateful for. And you should come over here so I can show you how super duper grateful I am. Perhaps I am luring you here with the promise of marshmallows, amongst other things. You just have to come here and find out. Come on, sit down with me. You set everything up in record time. I'm quite impressed. I tried, but you know I'm still learning. From the best, I might add. And why would I do that? Perhaps I do want something, but it's no big secret. I want you. Finally joining me, huh? It wouldn't be right to stay away for too long. It's not healthy. That's a very valid point that you make. Just to be on the safe side. Not to mention, your lap is a pretty good place to be. Can I let you in on a secret? Well, it's a not so secret secret. Your lap is my favourite place to be. It's a well and truly established fact at this point. Does it tickle when I trace my fingers across your face? I don't know how to really describe it, but the light from the fire dances across your skin. It really highlights your cheekbones by making the shadows seem darker. You look enchanting under the starlight and in the glow of the firelight. I don't know if I've strayed into another world. I don't mind if I have. You're worth it. No matter what kind of strange world we've fallen into, as long as we're together, nothing else matters. Well, it is all your doing. You brought us out here into the wilderness, pitched the tent in the blink of an eye, got the fire going and cooked a meal to die for. It was cooked to perfection. I'm sorry I didn't help more. I forgot how hot fire can get. Don't laugh. It's not as if we barbecue often either. I can manage that to a point. Fire's kind of scary. I help with the seasoning and stuff. You're welcome. And look at this blanket. I'm so glad you picked it up. It's so furry and soft. It completes the picture. I am very happy. It's like we've flipped the switch on the rest of the world. Let's leave it switched off for a while. You read my mind. Would that make me evil? I don't think I would switch it back on. I could stay like this forever. And what about you? Are you happy? What? Why? Oh, don't scare me like that. Am I not as close as I can possibly be to you? Isn't it a little early for that? There. I'm as close as I can be right now. Just for now. We can reassess the situation a little later on. Happy? Don't the stars look pretty tonight? I wish we could sleep under them every single night. I guess you're right. Would we end up taking them for granted? I'd like to believe I wouldn't. I suppose it depends on how deep your views on mortality go. Well, we're not owed or guaranteed even the next minute of our life. There's so much that can go wrong, yet there are moments when it's so right. Isn't that what we live for? These moments that bring us pure bliss, that remain as intense memories that stayed with us till whatever comes next. It's only appropriate you pluck me out of the mundane as a surprise and plop me under the stars. It's only natural to crack out the philosopher in me. You chose how you wanted to spend your precious time, and I chose how I want to spend mine. Yeah, I'm glad to see that we're on the same wavelength. There isn't anywhere else that I would rather be, and no one else that I would share my time with. I would choose you every time. You're so warm and snuggly. I'm afraid there's no going back to how things were before. Nope. This is our life now. How are you so cozy? I fit perfectly here, and your arms wrap around me and rest right here. Like two pieces of a jigsaw puzzle. I think we were made for one another. There's no logical explanation. Our love defies logic. Hang on, is that a compliment or an insult? I can't decide. No, I have not had anything to drink. Has it crossed your mind that I could be drunk on you? I've decided. Love isn't logical. I don't think it's meant to be. It just is. I wonder what it is that attracts us to one another. Looks, voice, personality, all of the above. It's like head and heart decided together that, yes, this person right here is mine. We're sticking together now. What is it about you that gives me goosebumps? Just like these stars do. You do, and you know you do. How do we seem to know what the other is feeling or thinking, even sometimes when we're not actually together? I get when it happens once or twice, but I swear at this point we're telepathic. I told you, logic has no place here. Not right now anyway. I'd much rather be silly with you. Silly is always more fun together, and you know you can't resist it. Hard time resisting, huh? It doesn't really look like you're trying to resist though. No complaints from me. I encourage you to indulge, and I'm guilty of it too right now. I'm trying to commit this moment to memory. I don't want to forget even a single detail. The way your hair is all floofed up, as all the stars scattered behind you twinkle, trying to take my attention away from you, and not quite succeeding. Just a teeny tiny bit. Won't you share me with the stars tonight? And why not? That's fair. But don't forget, We are stardust. We came from the stars, and they shared me with you first. You still won't share? Good, because I won't share you either. You're all mine. What are you thinking? I did claim to be telepathic before, didn't I? I think that you are thinking the same things that I am. I can tell you what I'm thinking. That I'm blessed to have this life with you, and I'm so grateful we met in this lifetime. This one. I don't know if it's the stars or just you, but I feel it in my heart that we've met before in another life, that we've always loved one another, and we always find one another. I'm so glad you found me. I'll stay wrapped around you like this forever. We should be careful. Why? Not all addictions are bad. Okay, most of them are, but then this is the exception. If holding me is your addiction, then I encourage you to hold me even tighter. If touching me is your addiction, having your hands roam freely over me is my addiction. I would say my biggest addiction is your kisses. All of them. Rainy day kisses, cherry-laced kisses, sleepy nighttime kisses, grumpy morning kisses. Starlight covered kisses. Darling, the list is exhaustive. I've not even scratched the surface. And that is just on the topic of your lips. There's your nose. Yes, your perfect nose. Nose boops. Or kitten kisses. Isn't that something cats do when they want to show affection? I think that's why I call them kitten kisses. And then there are your neck nuzzles, which would not be possible without your nose. I know, so hard to believe, right? What else? Somebody's getting a little greedy. Okay, that's cheating. 'Cause you know how sensitive my neck is. Okay, I give in. I'll tell you. These two eyes of yours, they contain multitudes. When I look into your eyes, it's like I can sense the depths of your soul. I couldn't tell you. I have no idea how deep it goes. I just feel this intense pull towards you, as if I was in your orbit, and as soon as I look into your eyes, your gravity overpowers me completely, and it's as though you're pulling me into you. With open arms, my love, I gladly fall into you. There's only one other time that I feel that way. When I gaze at the stars. Yeah, under these very stars right now. And that same pull, that same feeling of falling. It's like becoming part of something bigger than myself. If you were to ask me, I'd say it feels like the truest meaning of freedom. I feel completely free, wrapped up here in your arms. I have the stars on one side and you on the other. I feel like I'm floating. I feel dizzy in it. It's the closest to drunk I can get without even having a taste. Being drunk on you is my favorite kind of drunk. We could look up at the stars, but I'd much rather get lost in you.